Hey folks, JayborinoPlays here, continuing Fall from Grace, a custom campaign for Starcraft 1. This is actually a relatively short campaign. I believe that the third map is the last one. There's a fourth map type epilogue, which I'll show at the end of this, depending on how long it is. We'll see what we're going to end up doing, but let's get right into it. Fall of the Conclave. Citadel of the Executor, Ire. Oh, that guy, he's the one on the mission screen. I assume that's Ron.
This was indeed a waste of time. We are receiving an incoming transmission from Ire. Put it through.
Ron, we require you at the Citadel of the Executor immediately. The Zerg are attacking us at full strength. The Nugdross and Dawn broods are thinning our forces too much. We require every Protoss to protect the Citadel until the Executor can evacuate.
The Conclave sent me on this foolish scouting mission, even when I insisted on remaining to protect Ire. And now their forces are spread too thin? Why am I not surprised, Judicator?
Be silenced, young one. Do not forget, Tane and 7576 are defending the Citadel. I suggest you arrive immediately if you wish to help them.
Set your course for the Citadel. Maximum speed.
Yoshentaru.
Yoshentaru.
For Ire, we will stand together and make our stand as a Citadel.
Alright, defend the Citadel of the Executor until the Executor can safely evacuate. Rond and Merlim Aldrich must survive. Oh, well, we've got Merlim Aldrich. He is a wonderful, wonderful hero. Oh dear. Let's bump up the game speed right away. Okay, there's 3 bases as well. I guess let's keep an eye on what's happening here. Here's the Citadel that we need to defend.
Central defenses. There is no time to lose. Our brethren are engaging in battle throughout this entire area.
Understood, Judicator. Command. Is there something you wish?
Oh, okay. So we don't have control of this stuff, do we?
Ron, this is Tane. I will be in charge of the armored forces defending the Citadel.
Alright, there's Tane. Now Tane I can get into. If anyone knows that reference, let me know in the comments and you get a cookie. Alright, so it seems like these blue mutalisks are fake. Or not fake, but they're unattackable. So blue is not legit. We've got some Kukulza Guardians flying over. I'm glad I don't have to deal with those. We've got random scouts just sort of around. Let's just grab as many of these as we can. Alright, well this certainly seems interesting. Let's start getting upgrades. As many upgrades as we can afford right now as we just wait to get more and more probes. Okay, and where is the majority of these coming in? Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, well, we've got some mutalisks here that are just flying in. Let's get scouts over in this direction. And I would love to get Dragoon range. We can't afford it yet. Okay, we have more scouts. Got a good amount of scouts that we want to just fly around and protect ourselves with. And once we get the income, we can start throwing down a lot of cyber cores.
Only the Zerg are attacking, but none of their colonies are. Use this opportunity to destroy the colonies before they envelop this region with their creep. Alas, we cannot Judicator. They are drawing their energy from the nearby Gom and Nugdross settlements. We must call in Protoss Templar to assist us, Judicator. They can destroy the settlements. No, Protoss Templar shall not ally themselves with the Conclave today. Open your eyes, Judicator. You and your Conclave will be destroyed if you don't. The decision is made, Tane. I will hear no more of it.
And what do you know, the Conclave being too stubborn to listen to the obvious. Here. Okay, so we almost have that done. We need to set up defense up here in the upper right. So let's move these up here. So it looks like we won't be able to destroy the colonies like we originally wanted to. It looks like Merlim Aldrich just let this fella just fly right by him. Get him, scouts. The fact that I have a full group of scouts is quite nice. I want to get a fleet beacon so I can upgrade their speed. That seems like it would be quite useful. In fact, let's do that right away. We need a Stargate. Throw that down. It's kind of hard to keep track of all the different ways that the enemy can come into my base right now. We have a lot of minerals set up here, so let's just go ahead and set this up. Get these guys in here. Carrier, why don't you move up to this section? And then I just want to lay down as many. Oh, get out of the way! I just want to lay down as many of these things as I can. Oh, I thought I sent Merlim Aldrich down here, but apparently not. I'm losing track of where all my stuff is because there's just crap everywhere on this map right now. All right, Merlin Maldrick, get down there. Got these units set up here. They're not being very helpful, though. I think I just have to be really, really careful with my heroes. Let's just go ahead and set up all these. There's the sunken colonies. They are unable to help us. Okay, that seems to be going fine. Apparently I have 2 Citadels of Adun. I did not make that second one. I think it's just the fact that they're sitting around. Can you not get in there? Can you please just build something? Can he not fit? I assume he can't fit. There you go. This guy's been trying to get in here to build cannons for like 8 years. Now he's finally made it. All right, that's good for now. What's going on down here? Scouts? Well, scouts are doing their thing. They're doing fine. I can't make Reavers, I noticed, so that's unfortunate. Really just got to keep getting probes. Get air weapons. We can get that fleet beacon now. Let's get ground armor. Actually, no, I think I'd rather get shields. I'll save for shields for now. We need more cannons down in this direction. Holy shit. It's just like so much is happening that it's a little overwhelming. Let's move Ron down in this direction. This constant attack right here is slightly annoying. Let's move these Dragoons over here. All right, this is what the scouts are good for right there. And now we can queue up level 1 shields. We can get a fleet beacon. Almost. Now we can. Okay, and then I want to make a pylon over here to make more cannons because there's constant mutalisks coming in from over here. My probes really don't like to be able to get in there, do they? And we're mildly safe right here for the time being. All right, move away, and we got to set up cannons here as well because, you know, we get small attacks coming from this direction. It's like constant from every direction, though. It's pretty tough. Lay this down. And we're out of money. Do I have anything to queue up here? How are my heroes? They seem to be fine. Where are you? Rond. Okay, I'm going to send my scouts up here because this area seems to be constantly under attack. Let's move my Dragoons over here to help us defend this area. Is that a Hunter Killer? No, it's just a different color Zerg. Okay, and now they're like streaming in from this area now. We got to make sure we set up proper defenses all through here. So let's do this. And this. It looks like my friendly Protoss units are moving out and trying to do something, but I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what their goal is here, because they don't seem to be directly helping at this moment. Okay, this is fine. Let's go ahead and move this down here. Merlin Aldrich set up over in this direction. We need to lay down a lot of cannons right here. I'm not sure how long we need to be holding out. No idea. I'd like to save this this cannon right here, if I could. Okay, good, and then we've got more cannons coming up. It's really just keeping the cannons up for long enough that we can keep this going. Why are you making a nexus here? I'll never know. Okay, and then I think we just want to get a lot of Dragoons and then Scouts. I mean, the Scouts, we have a large group of them. Let's see, Scouts, faster movement is what we definitely need. Let's move these guys up here. If Orange would lay down some cannons, that would be really, really excellent. Okay, no problem. Let's get +2 air weapons. And I could start getting more Scouts, but I really can't afford it, to be honest, at all. Do I need more probes? It seems like I have a good saturation. It's just kind of hard to decide there. I could get more carriers as well. Let's get one more carrier. No, never mind. We're not going to do that. Okay, let's see if we can set up cannons over here. And then more over in this direction would be nice as well. Just got to focus on where these big Mutalisk attacks come from. Ron, move. I'm also going to make another pylon because this pylon is low. And if a Mutalisk bounce kills it, I will be quite ornery. I keep seeing orange and thinking that that's an enemy. It's not. Okay, let's throw down cannons here. We've got Zealots to protect us against Zerglings and then also Merlin Aldrich. Okay, let's follow these Mutalisks and see where they're going so we can storm them. Not sure where these think they're going. Very, very strange choice right there. It seems like it's mostly Mutalisks, so that's why I'm mostly focusing on cannons, which I know may not seem optimal, but I think it is, honestly. Okay, let's grab one more right here. Actually, no, let's start laying down cannons over in this direction, because I don't know where else they're going to be coming from. I'd like to get more Dragoons, too. I haven't seen any Ultralisks or anything like that. Relatively small attacks, not super challenging. I will... Alright, so that's done. Let's get max interceptor capacity so that we can focus on that. And then now we just have to run around with our scouts. And what are you doing right here? See, these units can't do anything.
There are several Zerg forces heading for your position.
Worry not, my friend. We can handle it.
Tane, no! Okay, well, they are just dealing with that themselves. I can't... I mean, I suppose I could move up and try to help them. We'll get a couple extra carriers. Use our extra money to get another pylon down here and just keep walling ourselves in, essentially, with cannons. There we go. So we have extra carriers coming up. We're going to be able to make extra interceptors. We have +2 attack coming up. I never got that Dragoon attack range, actually. Ultimately, that's, you know, not the biggest of my priorities right now. Okay. And how about right here? We do have a ramp right here that we probably need to keep defended. And then with these scouts, I mean, Orange seems to be in position to defend me. This is nice that he's setting up some defense on my flanks, so I don't have to worry as much about it. The background sound effects are pretty neat because, like, there are Mutalisk and Scourge and Hydralisk sound effects happening, so it makes you feel like you're constantly under attack. So it feels more stressful, I think, than it really is. But that's pretty... I like it. I like it a lot. It feels intense. It keeps the pressure on, which is... It's neat. It's neat. That's the only way I can really describe it. Neat. Yep, letting these Mutalisks fly over my cannons. They're going to take a ton of damage. Excellent. And they're going to fly up here over my other cannons, and they're just dying. I'm not sure where they're going or what they're trying to do, but that's fine with me. And as they try to come up these ramps, we're in really, really good shape. This map design, I actually think, is really well done. All right, well, we've got carriers and scouts. Okay, Rond says he's sending scouts to assist with these folks, so there's nothing that says Tane has to survive at all, so theoretically we're okay as long as we keep our heroes at home alive. So, I mean, it's not that I don't care about Tane, but frankly, it just doesn't matter. Let's get in there with scouts. This is perhaps where our strategy of cannons falls apart, and I want to start getting some Dragoons. We're gonna be not maxed out here pretty soon, but I need to drop some money on here. I need to drop some money on something else. What am I thinking? Pylons. I'm going crazy. Again, this map, like, not that much is happening, but it feels like more is happening than there is. So that's why I'm feeling slightly overwhelmed. The music and the sound effects in the background are done in a way that really makes you feel like it's more intense. Like, we're getting attacked by, like, 4 Guardians, and that's, like, the extent of this. So it's really not that bad. Also, we have NPCs directly helping us, which is really, really nice. Let's rebuild some of these cannons. Okay, and then, yeah, Orange specifically is helping us, and then we got pylons coming in, so we're good there. Here come the Ultralisks, and this area over here.
The province of Sidon is under attack. Ray and Xeron can evacuate Sidon immediately. Tell them to join up with Judicator Aldaris.
Okay, so I assume this was the title, basically, Fall from Grace. It's the Conclave being stupid and ruining things for themselves, as they are wont to do. You guys move on up here. And I don't know how long this is supposed to last. I have no idea. I'm going to move some ground forces up in this direction because this area seems okay. Oh, we've got Reavers. We've got Reavers coming in from Orange. We can't build our own, unfortunately. I will increase Scout sight range, even though that might be a little nuts, but let's do it. Okay, Dragoon. And where do we need the most help? This area apparently has been under attack, so let's leave these guys right here.
The province of Sidon has been destroyed. Zerg are reported in the provinces of Jabot and Antioch. All our forces to assist those 2 provinces. Judicator, me. We have no forces left to send to those provinces. Order the Sunbless and Aerotrons to evacuate their respective provinces and reinforce the ones that still have a chance of survival.
Yep. So I suppose this does sort of fit into. This does slightly fit into the lore of actual Starcraft. I'm just looking for Guardians at this point. It seems like my cannons are going to be able to hold out here, no problem. But basically what happened is they think that, oh, we destroy the Overmind, we're safe, and then they waste resources. They send Rons and forces to Char for virtually no reason, for completely wasted. And then this is what happens. And then Ire still goes down, unfortunately. Oh, dear. Oh, kill that. Don't let it blow up all my cannons. That would be a huge disaster. Let's just keep this area down here. This area up here seems like a big one that's getting hit a lot. We get even more cannons over here. And then this area with the Mutalisks. But I forgot that I even set up this pylon. Let's go ahead and just build a few cannons here. We have so many cannons that we're probably going to be able to hold out in pretty much any direction and allow our scouts time to go over and support them. We also got our carriers, which are really, 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 really helpful. Air weapons level 3. Let's start it at least. All the blue enemies on the map are just, they're distracting me. Look at that proud zealot getting in there, defending that photon cannon with his life. It's robotic, buddy. You don't have to die for that. Okay, I mean, I could set up a pylon up here as well to allow for more cannons to kind of bottleneck this group in. I will rebuild that cannon like immediately. We'll get even another one up here. And what's going on down here? Let's bring our scouts down here. This is slowly getting more intense. Slowly getting a little more intense. Now I'm hearing Guardian noises. Alright, just not, you know what, I changed my mind. Let the cannons deal with this. We can move Rond over here to storm this large group that's coming in. Never mind, they're already dead. Okay, let's just keep making cannons in this area. I don't want to block off the areas completely because I don't want to stop Orange from being able to reinforce for me. Okay, and then I think we need some extra cannons up here because I realize that they keep attacking from over there. We'll keep getting a few groups of Dragoons. One full group of Scouts is not bad. One thing I do not have are any shield batteries, which I probably should get. Where do we want to put the carriers? Let's put the carriers down here. Thank you, Allied High Templar, for storming my buildings. That was incredibly helpful. Okay, yeah, and it seems like it's sort of trading where they focus on. There's like 3 or 4 main entrances, and they come from different areas each time. All right. So they're grouping up, and they're going to recall to Orange's base. They're letting this go? That's pretty neat. That's a neat concept. How like they're consolidating their forces. Okay, we got Guardians up. Oh, good storm, buddy. Oh, good storm. What a guy. All right, get the scouts up here. We got to get rid of these Guardians. They're the only thing that pose a real threat to us, to be honest. All right, and if anything, I'm just laying down 150 minerals worth of delaying. To an extent, that's pretty much all it is. All right, and I'm keeping an eye out. What's going on up here? 1 cannon left behind, no problem. And then, again, we've got these Dragoons that we can use to react anywhere we need them to. The Zerg will rue the day. Tane is very inspiring. Lay all this down. I really should be spending my money on something else, but, I mean, why not just cannons? And, you know, say what you want about this campaign. You say, like, oh, the voice acting isn't very good, whatever, you know. But I think this mission in particular and Mission 1 are designed really, really well. Like, you really feel like you're constantly under siege. Even though it's not that challenging, again, with the way that the map is laid out and the way that your base is laid out, you feel like it's a consistent pressure on you, which... Anytime something like that is done successfully in StarCraft 1, I have to admit that I'm impressed, because StarCraft 1 is challenging to tell an intriguing, like, to kind of, how do I, it's challenging to induce a specific type of emotion when playing, because it's StarCraft 1. Like, you can feel kind of pinned down by a lot of the AI's moves sometimes, or if you're playing other people, whatever, you might feel pinned down, but like when you have music and things like that, it really makes it really adds to it a lot. Just gonna layer this with cannons, no problem, and let's see if this probe can get out. We'll move our probe all the way down here and try to take this back. We're reacting with our scouts when we need to. This area down here is probably fine considering the carriers. Do we have +3 attack yet? We do. Air armor. Got our 2 Dragoons that are trying to defend where they can. These cannons are finishing. We've lost some, but we're building more than we lost. Very, very, very nice. And as long as we react to Guardians, we're fine. Got some... Orange is taking the old base of purple. They're saying we had to retreat, but fuck. Now we can afford to fall back. 7576 and Tane are invulnerable. I like that a lot. Now, Tane I can get into. I see. So the white Zerg are spawning from the Nidus canals, which we cannot destroy. So that's good to kind of keep in mind. We can't really push back if we wanted to. I have no idea how long this is supposed to last. No idea at all. I think I have enough cannons everywhere that I really don't think I'm in danger. Though to be honest, I don't know what to really be on the lookout for. It's like constant Zergling spawns here from this Nidus canal. But we've got them kind of boxed in. How long do I want to do this for? Because there's no timer. It's just saying hold out until the Executor can escape. All right, that's fine. We got a large stream of units. Oh, Guardians. Okay, get up there, scouts. This is all you. And I'm going to grab 6 of them to come down here instead. Alrighty, grab these. And that should be pretty much all the Guardians. Alright, Guardians are down.
You're losing countless tribal villages, provinces, and cities. Also, Aurorus requires the Executor's presence. Inform all Darius that the Executor's shuttle will be leaving shortly.
Will he, though? He really needs to go. Okay, alright, we're alive. Do I have a probe over here? Just start laying down cannons everywhere. We can get some extra Dragoons as well. Let's move some of these Dragoons from this side that's besieged down to the bottom left, where things are a little harrowing, but not super dangerous. Guardians? No. A couple Guardians. This area actually needs to get cleaned up. Unfortunately, all those cannons that I set up. That's too bad. All right, let's lay down this. Of course, Guardians are the thing that are just the most annoying thing. Just the biggest. Anytime you're holding out, anything that can outrange your static defenses is going to be the biggest threat. Mostly because... Did I lose a carrier? Probably to Scourge. Ah, that sucks. Just because even if you're have overwhelming, you're being overwhelmed, your static defenses can at least help a little bit. And unfortunately, if they're being outranged, they can't contribute at all. So you dump all that money into it, and it's a big waste. Let's get another pylon right there. All right, we seem to more Guardians. Yeah, I was gonna say we were given a slight reprieve. Let's come on up here and.
I cannot, Judicator. Ron, you would disgrace us by failing to merge.
I know not how, Judicator. Tane had not instructed me on the final lessons. Or have you forgotten?
You are making excuses, Templar. You have brought shame upon yourself and our race.
Leave me, Judicator.
You're losing ground.
Was that 7576? No!
Your position, Tane.
Tane and 7576 go down.
Master Tane! Old friend, you have fallen to me, sir. I will not forget you.
Judicator, the Executor's shuttle is departing. Recall knowledge to the province of Maldas. I want him executed immediately for treason.
Wow.
Kid, what you are doing is wrong. Aldrich, tell him that I could not merge.
You no longer have the right to speak to me, Ron.
You would turn your back on me because he is a Judicator? So be it. Execute me. I have nothing to live for any longer.
Damn. Well, hey, I think we should go ahead and watch the epilogue, because that's rough. I mean, this is an interesting campaign. Again, you say what you want about the individual elements. I thought that last mission was really well done, but like the kind of the goofiness, the lightheartedness of Mission 2, the challenge of Mission 1, you know, the goofiness of the voice acting, which I will always commend people for trying voice acting, as long as it's not abhorrently like you can't hear it at all, it's too soft, or it's just something that it's like garbled or whatever. But if there's voice acting and you can understand it, then I give huge props to the map makers. You know, even though this was however many years ago, 15 some years ago at this point, possibly more. But I like the idea that we're talking about how the Protoss are their own undoing, because the Judicators are just so blind and they're so superstitious, and this whole thing, like, if you can't merge into an Archon, you know, you're still a student, but if you can't do it, you're getting executed. It's like, we are being swept away by the Zerg, and you're executing me right now is absurd. So it's an interesting story. Execution. Conclave Remnants. I love these title arts. They're so cool looking.
All crimes against the Conclave and the Protoss race. Ron is sentenced to execution, to be performed by our Dragoons. The execution is to be performed immediately.
Rond is scheduled for execution. Wow. This is dark. It's a dark campaign.
Judicator, Alteris and Zeratu wish something to be heard. Very well. Transmit the message across the province, so we can all hear it.
Though we all grieve for the loss of mighty Tassadar, we must find the resolve to carry on. He sacrificed himself to destroy the Overmind, but many Zerg still rage across our ruined homeworld. Without the Conclave to lead us, or the protection of our great fleets, it seems we must fend for ourselves.
Aldaris is correct. As we have both seen, the Zerg will not halt their rampage until every last one of us is dead. I suggest that we retreat to our last functional warp gate, and travel to where the Zerg cannot follow us.
With all due respect, Zeratul, the Protoss do not run from their enemies. Ire is our homeworld. It is here that we shall make our stand.
Just as you are. Now, Executor, I know of a place where we can find solace. It is Shakuras, the secret homeworld of my people, the Dark Templar.
Your people? We would be seen as tyrants to them. Why would they shelter us?
Have I not pledged myself to your cause? Not all beings are as unforgiving as your lamented Conclave, Aldaris.
You are right, of course. Zeratul shall find us passage to the warp gate. After the gate has been secured, Phoenix and the new Praetor Artanis shall lead our surviving brethren to Shakuras.
Executor, I am Artanis. Though I have only recently been appointed Praetor, you can trust that I will uphold the honor and traditions of the Templar.
We shall see.
So it's possible that the game speed is because it's moving my camera around every so often, and I feel like this was supposed to be happening with the. Well, I'm not sure.
Adjudicating our doubts. All Protoss are ordered to the warp gate immediately. My brethren, it has been a long and hard fight. We have seen many of our friends fall in battle, but we will survive. Let not the Dark Templar's ways cloud your judgment. Finish the execution so that we can leave for the warp gate.
Ugh. So, of course, there's one of the remaining Judicators still being an idiot. So this campaign was made with Brood War in mind. Just showing the destruction of the Zerg and the Conclave losing before the start of Brood War between the Overmind.
You have been charged with high treason and failure to abide by our traditions. Execution to be performed immediately. Do you have anything to say? Very well. Dragoons, into position.
Unflappable. Doesn't say anything. He's got nothing to say.
Zerg are attacking the province. My friends, take up arms.
Oh dear. Ron, get out of there! Ron, run! He's gonna get killed by Guardians. I thought that maybe the map maker was just gonna have him get murdered, you know? Like, oh well, too bad. So again, this takes place between the Overmind being destroyed by Tassadar and the beginning of Brood War. And that's it. Looks like Ron got scooped up by a shuttle. And that's it. That's the end of Fall from Grace. So I think this whole campaign, I realized when they played that briefing dialogue from Starcraft 1, the very first Protoss mission, Escape from Ire, I think that it's all based around that line that Zeratul says, like, your Conclave, they're dead now, Aldera. So it's basically like talking about this time period between the Overmind dying and then all the Conclave still gets wiped out. And then we're escaping to Shakuris. And of course, the remaining Judicator is like, nope, still execute him. Don't let the Dark Templar cloud your judgment. It just shows how stupid they are and how honor-bound to their traditions they are, which I suppose sometimes can be considered a good thing, but it, you know, if anything we can learn from the Protoss, it's a bad thing in this case, because they had their priorities all wrong. Well, that's the end of Fall from Grace as far as I know. Let's just double check here. But these are all part of the Celestial Stories. Oh! Oh, wait a minute. That's the final cinematic of... Yeah, so anyway, that was the cinematic at the end of the original Protoss campaign in Brood War. There's a cinematic here. I'll see what I can do about getting that to play and tack it on at the end of the episode. I don't know, though. I don't know if I'll be able to figure it out. I'll try. We'll see. And either way, that's the end of this campaign. These are all part of Celestial Stories, which are made by Desler. They're not all necessarily the same campaign chain, but it's the same universe that he's made. So the next one I'm going to play is EDAST. And I think that was planned to be like 6 campaigns or something like that. There was only 1. But that's another shorter campaign. I'm going to be picking that up right after this. I'll probably play all the Celestial Stories related campaigns that Desler was part of before moving on to something else. But thank you so much for watching. And if you're lucky, there's a cinematic after this. And if you're not, that means I couldn't figure it out. And too bad. Sorry. But I'll see you next time. Bye now.